Vanakkam. Hi friends, welcome back to Nageshwari's kitchen. Today I'm preparing a biggest meal or a Bahubali meal. I'm preparing a big non-veg feast today. Today is a Father's Day. I'm going to surprise my husband with a big non-veg meal. I'm planning 20 to 30 dishes. Let's see how many items, how many dishes I can make. I will show you how much time I took to prepare the whole dish. I hope my husband is going to be surprised. Let's get into the video. Before that, if you're watching Nageshwari's Kitchen for the first time and if you have not subscribed to Nageshwari's Kitchen, please subscribe to Nageshwari's Kitchen and press the notification bell symbol. You will get notified whenever I post my new videos. Let's get into the video. I finished my shopping. These are all the items that I purchased. Go through one by one. This is for fish fry, silver whiting fish. It tastes really good for fish fry. Prawns. I bought the cleaned prawns. This is easy, but otherwise cleaning prawn takes a lot of time. Sardine fish. This is for fish curry. Squid drinks. This is for pepper squid. Chicken nibbles. This is for chicken lollipop. Crab masala. Boneless chicken for chicken tikka. Chicken liver. This is chicken liver roast. And I got some lamb, so I'm going to make. This is boneless lamb, so I'm going to make lamb chukka. And this is goat shank, so I'm going to make bone fry and bone soup. Chicken, one chicken for chicken gravy and one chicken for biryani. Got some egg. I planned a few items with egg as well, and I have to prepare ginger garlic paste. I have some fresh coriander, tomatoes, and other items I have already, like onion, yogurt, spices, everything I have at home, so I didn't buy. So I bought all these items. I'm planning nearly 25 to 30 items. Let's see how it goes. I will show you the start time and the end time tomorrow. I'm going to do the pre-preparation, like cleaning all the fish, chicken. I'm going to cut all the chicken, clean crab, and then cut all the meats, preparing ginger garlic paste. I'm going to clean some coriander leaves, mint leaves, and some spices, especially the garam masala, cumin powder, fennel powder, coriander powder, chili powder, so pepper powder. So all these six powders, you make sure you keep it ready, and please grind it fresh powders. You will get a very nice and tasty food. Let's start. I'm going to clean all these first, then I'll see you tomorrow. So I prepared all the masalas: pepper powder, cumin powder, fennel powder, garam masala, coriander powder, chili powder, ginger paste, garlic paste, turmeric powder, curry leaves, and coriander leaves. It's all ready here, so we can start to cook. And I soaked some tamarind for fish curry. First, I'm going to prepare chicken biryani, fish curry with mango, and prawn tokku. Let's start. First one is fish curry. I'm using gingerly oil or sesame oil. This is around 5 tablespoons of oil. For biryani, I'm using sunflower oil. So 4 tablespoons of sunflower oil. And for prawn tokku, 2 tablespoons of oil. So I'm doing simultaneously all three of them together. So I have prepared onion, green chilies and mint leaves for biryani. This is adding half a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds and half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. This is for fish curry. So once it's splattered, we are going to add 3 dried red chilies. Just break them into pieces and add into the oil. Wait till you get the roasted flavor of chilies. Then we are going to add finely chopped onion, 2 onions, medium size. I'm using red onion here. You can use even white onion also. Add some curry leaves. Fry this onion till golden color. Meanwhile, we are going to grind a paste. It consists of 2 big tomatoes, 2 onions and 10 cloves of garlic. Grind this into a fine paste. Add into the onion. So we are going to cook this paste for at least 15 to 20 minutes in a medium flame. Add around 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and some salt. Mix this together well and then we are going to cook this for 15 to 20 minutes. Cooking the masala for fish curry, it takes a little bit of time. So we are going to cook this and then let's start to cook biryani. I'm adding cinnamon sticks, cloves, bay leaves, cardamom to the oil. So the cardamom, once the cardamom is bubbled up, that means it is ready. Fry this in a medium flame. Now let's add 3 big onion sliced and 10 green chilies. I've slit them into 2. Add this in the oil and cook until the onion turns into a golden color. So cooking onion for biryani is more important. So you have to cook this impatiently. Then only you will get a tasty, yummy biryani. So cooking onion, tomato for any non-veg is really important. To speed up the process, we are adding 2 tablespoons of salt. So the onion will cook really faster. So the fish masala is cooking one side and then the onion is going to cook one. Now we can start to cook prawn tokke. So once the oil is heated up, add 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds and some curry leaves. Add around 1 big onion finely chopped. Cook this onion till it turns to a golden color. So same, we are going to add some salt and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. So meantime I was clearing all the dishes as well side by side. So now the biryani onions are cooked. I'm adding 3 tablespoons of ginger paste and 3 tablespoons of garlic paste. And simultaneously I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ginger paste and 1 tablespoon of garlic paste to prawn tokke as well. Mix this well. The ginger garlic paste raw smell has to disappear. So you have to cook until that consistency for biryani as well as for prawn tokke. So this is done. I'm adding 1 small tomato finely chopped to prawn tokke. For prawn tokke, the ginger garlic paste, onion, tomato, the cooking of these 3 items is really important. Once it's cooked, then the prawn is will take only less time to cook. I'm adding around 3 big onions sliced and handful of mint and coriander leaves for biryani. So we are going to cook this masala till it gets mashed consistency. So the prawn tokke is almost ready. Now we can add the spices. I'm adding around half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and some salt. I'm mixing simultaneously both of them. So I'm handling. When you're doing multitasking, you have to stand there itself. You can't just move here and there. I'm adding around 1 tablespoon of chili powder. You can adjust it according to your taste. For biryani, I have added already some green chilies. So I'm adding only 2 tablespoons of chili powder, and I'm adding around 1 tablespoon of garam masala and 1 teaspoon of garam masala for prawn toku. So it depends on how much quantity you're going to cook. So you can adjust it according to your spicy level and also as per your taste. I'm using 250 grams of cleaned prawn, and I'm using here with the tail, so it easy to eat, and also the prawn will not shrunk too much. So I like this way. So whenever my kids or my husband they like to eat, they'll just take this and have a bite. It also looks good when you have a tail in the prawn. So I'm adding around 2 tablespoons of yogurt to biryani masala. So the biryani masala is almost done. I will not add any coriander powder for my biryani because in this is my style of biryani, so I use only green chilies and chili powder. So I finished cooking the masala, so I'm using the biryani pot now. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of ghee and transferring all the cooked masala to this pot. So you know why I'm doing this? Because this biryani pot, if I have to cook biryani, I have to stand there, and because this biryani pot is will stick at the bottom, so you can only concentrate on one dish. So if you do the masala in a non-stick pan and then if you transfer it to this biryani pot, you can speed up the process, and also you don't have to concentrate just one dish. So I have used 1.5 kilo of chicken, mixed it well. Now the prawn toku is almost ready. Finally, finish it off with some pepper powder and some coriander leaves. So the prawn toku is ready to serve. You can eat this with plain rice or chapati or idli dosa. It goes really well, and even with just with some plain rasam, it goes really well. You can have this as a side dish for even for your bread as well. Transfer this into a container. The yummy and delicious prawn toku is ready. Now the chicken is 50% cooked. I have used 7 cups of rice, so I'm adding 14 cups of water. So the water has to boil. Check before you add the rice. Check the salt consistency before you add the rice. So I checked I have to add little bit of more salt, and squeeze in half a lemon. Wait till the water has to boil. Now the fish curry masala is almost cooked. I'm adding 3 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. Cook the spices, all the powders in the oil for 2 minutes. Then we will add the turmeric extract. This is around 100 grams of turmeric, and I have soaked this for nearly 2 hours. So just use the extract, mix it well, and we are going to cook this again for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Cover this and cook it. Now the water is boiling here. It's time to add soaked basmati rice. Here I used 7 cups of basmati rice and I soaked for nearly 1 hour. Remove all the water, just add only the rice. Mix it gently, otherwise the rice will break. My legs are really painful. I'm drinking the energy drink, that is cumin, lemon, and fennel seeds powder. So I'm going to boost up my energy. Then we'll continue the rest. Now I'm going to do dum cooking. So keep the flame on low, add a flat pan underneath, and then move the biryani pot on top of the pan and sprinkle some coriander leaves and mint leaves. You can use aluminum foil to do the dum, or you can even just cover a lid on. You can put some weight on top. So if you can see, I'm cleaning simultaneously my cooktop, and also I'm washing the dishes as well in between whenever I'm free. Now let's start to make the chicken fry. This is a quick version of chicken fry, but it tastes super delicious. So I added around 3 tablespoons of oil and 2 tablespoons of ginger paste and 2 tablespoons of garlic paste. So the main important thing is that you have to cook this ginger garlic paste until the raw smell disappears. This is really important to this dish. Add around half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and add some salt. Cook this ginger garlic paste. So my fish curry, the masala is cooked perfectly. Now I'm using sardine fish today. You can use any fish that you like. Sardine fish goes really well for fish curry, and that too I'm going to use mango today, so that gives another taste. This sardine fish you don't have to cook for a longer time. If you cook for 10 to 15 minutes, that's more than enough. For this chicken masala, I'm using 2 tablespoons of chili powder and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of fennel powder, and 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Cook these masalas in the oil for minute or two, not more than that, otherwise the spices will get burnt. Now I'm adding, this is around half a kilo of chicken. To this dish, try to add as much as bones as possible. That gives you extra taste to this dish. Cover this and cook for 10 minutes. Now I've taken a pressure cooker. I have added all the lamb shanks and also the boneless pieces. To this I have added some water, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Mix this well and add some salt. Cook this in a pressure cooker for at least 3 to 4 whistles. If you don't have pressure cooker, you can just cook in a pot until it gets a matched consistency. Now to the fish curry, I'm adding one mango. Cut them into roughly cut pieces. To cook mango, it takes only 5 minutes. So I cooked fish for 10 minutes, then I added the mango. So in 5 minutes, we can turn off the flame. Just sprinkle some coriander leaves. You can adjust the water consistency if you want little bit more liquid form. The fish curry with mango is ready. Now let's check the chicken masala. This is almost done. Just mix it once and finish it off with some pepper powder and coriander leaves. Isn't it so simple? Let's check the biryani. The biryani is nearly cooked for 20 minutes on a low flame. It's done. If you check the rice, it's all grainy rice and all the water is evaporated. The hot chicken biryani is ready to serve. Now the chicken is cooked perfectly. The masalas, everything is cooked. If you want a little bit of in liquid form, you can add some water, but this is a roast, so this should be the consistency. I'm finishing it off with some pepper powder and coriander leaves, and the chicken roast is ready to serve. Transfer this into a container. It goes really well with some rasam rice or plain rice or even chapati and naan. Now I'm going to prepare chicken liver masala or chicken liver roast. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of oil. To this I'm adding half a teaspoon of fennel seeds and 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Once it's splattered, I'm adding around 1 big onion finely chopped and some curry leaves. So onion has to cook until it turns to a golden color. And I'm adding now salt and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Mix this well and cook the onion till it turns to a golden color. Now let's add 1 tablespoon of ginger paste and 1 tablespoon of garlic paste. For I'm using nearly 1 kilo of chicken liver. To this, just add 1 tablespoon, not more than that. And I'm using one small onion, one small tomato, finely chopped. Cook this until it turns to mashed consistency. To this, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of chili powder. You can adjust it according to your spicy level. To add 2 tablespoons of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, half a teaspoon of fennel powder. To this dish, do not add too much of garam masala. Just add the correct amount of spices. This is chicken liver. I washed it with some turmeric and salt. The chicken liver will cook really fast. It takes only 15 minutes or maximum is 20 minutes. The dish will be ready in 30 minutes. Cover this and cook for 10 minutes.
அப்படியே டயர்ட் ஆகிட்டியே.
Marination பண்ண போறோம். So meanwhile, let's do the marination for grilled chicken, haryali kebab and tandoori kebab. So we are going to marinate all these three at the same time. Let's start for haryali kebab. So I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste and handful of mint leaves, handful of coriander leaves and some green chilies. I'm adding 5. You can adjust it according to your spicy level. Add the ground mixture. Add some salt, 1 teaspoon of cumin seed powder, and half a teaspoon of garam masala and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of yogurt. Mix this well and marinate with some lime juice. Keep this aside for 1 hour at least. Let's start to marinate grilled chicken and then tandoori kebab both at the same time. Just add some salt, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, 1 tablespoon of chili powder. You can adjust it how spicy you want. Half a teaspoon of garam masala. Add 1 tablespoon of yogurt just for the tandoori kebab, not for grilled chicken. Add some coriander powder around half a teaspoon and squeeze in some lemon juice. Mix these together. For grilled chicken, I will not add yogurt because if I add yogurt, that's going to be really watery when I do the grilling process. So all the marination is done. Now I'm doing yogurt rice. I cooked some rice. I'm adding yogurt, green chili, and some pomegranate. You can add some carrot, onion if you like, or even you can add some grapes as well. That tastes even better. Now the chicken liver is almost ready. The oil is floating on top and the liver is cooked perfectly. Let's add some pepper powder. I'm adding around 1 teaspoon of pepper powder and finish it off with some coriander leaves. Chicken liver roast is ready to. Now the pressure is released. We are going to cook three different dishes with this one: mutton soup and lamb shank, the nulli roast, and also the boneless meat chukka, that is mutton chukka or lamb chukka. Now I'm going to prepare crab fry here. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of oil and half a teaspoon of cumin seeds and fennel seeds. Once it's crackled, add 2 big onion finely chopped, and simultaneously I'm going to cook the mutton chukka or lamb chukka. I added around 1 tablespoon of oil and some fennel seeds, 1 dried red chili and 1 small onion finely chopped. Cook the onion till it turns to golden color for both mutton chukka and also for crab. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste for mutton chukka. Cook the ginger garlic paste it till the raw smell disappears. You have to cook this in the oil. I am adding around half tomato finely chopped. Cook this till to the mashed consistency. For crab masala, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ginger paste and garlic paste. The easiest non-veg dish is to cook is for me the crab. Cleaning the crab also is really simple, and also cooking process also is very simple. To mutton chukka, I'm adding the cooked meat. I'm using boneless meat here. You can use with bone also. I'm adding around 2 big spoons of the cooked meat water. You can even use some stock if you like. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of garam masala and 1 teaspoon of pepper powder, half a teaspoon of fennel powder. Mix it well and cook this for 2 to 3 minutes. The crab onion is cooked and the ginger garlic raw smell also disappeared. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of chili powder for mutton chukka. You can adjust it according to your taste. Add 1 tomato finely chopped to crab masala. The mutton chukka process also is very simple, but it tastes so delicious with some yogurt rice or rasam rice. And the crab also it takes only 15 minutes the maximum. My kids love crab. I actually learned to eat crab when I was working in Singapore. When I was in India, I never had crab. The mutton chukka is almost ready. It's time to serve. Once all the water is evaporated, all the moisture is evaporated, you can just finish it off with some coriander leaves and then transfer this into a container. The mutton chukka, the delicious yummy mutton chukka is ready. Now let's concentrate to finish it off. The crab masala, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Do not add too much of garam masala for crab because we want to feel that crab taste. So do not add too much of spices. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of fennel powder. Fennel powder is very important to crab masala that gives you nice flavor and taste to this dish. Just cook for 1 or 2 minutes. Now let's start to add the cleaned crab. I'm using 4 big crabs. This is around 1 kilo of crab. You can break this into 2 pieces as well if you like. I'm breaking 2 of them into 2 pieces and I'm using 2 of them as whole. It's easy if you break it, especially for kids to eat. So I'm breaking only 2 of them so my kids will enjoy this crab. Cook this crab for 5 to 10 minutes. Cover the lid and cook this for 5 to 10 minutes, not more than that. And also I'm going to make a dry crab masala here. So I'm not going to add too much of water, just half a cup of water just to coat the masala with the crab. If you want bit of gravy consistency, you can adjust your water consistency as per your requirement. Mix this well, cover this and cook for 10 minutes. Crab is my kids' all-time favorite. Now we are not able to travel for a long distance. Only from Coles or Woolworths we are able to get this. Um, I'm transferring the mutton chukka into the container. Now I'm going to cook the lamb shank, that is nully roast. I've added only 1 tablespoon of oil and some half a teaspoon of fennel seeds. Once it's crackled, adding 1 onion finely chopped. Do not add too much oil for this nully roast because the fat from the meat itself it gives you the enough fat content, so do not add too much of oil. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste. Cook this for 1 minute or 2. So once you planned, if you're buying a meat of lamb or goat, you can plan 2 3 dishes at the same time. I'm adding all the soup water that we prepared. Just add into the onion masala and transfer all the bones, that is nulli, and I'm using only few pieces of boneless pieces here just for my kids. We are going to cook this bones in this stock for at least 10 minutes until all the juices are coated with the bones. Now the crab is almost done. Just mix it once, check is there any moisture left. If you want really dry, you can just leave it 2 more minutes, but this is the right consistency that I want. You can mix this with some rice and you will just enjoy the crab flavor into this masala. It tastes super delicious. My kids are going to enjoy this crab today. It's ready to serve, and just sprinkle some coriander leaves and serve this, and just add half a teaspoon of pepper powder just to get that pepper punch at the end. Just mix it and check the salt consistency. I checked the salt consistency, it's less little bit, so I'm adding half a teaspoon of salt. So if you're adding salt at the end, just mix it and cover this and keep aside. So in the hot because the masala is really hot, the salt will melt and it will it will mingle nicely and it will give you very good taste of crab. So I'm going to cover this and keep aside for 5 minutes, then I will transfer this into a container. My crab masala is ready to serve. My nulli bone is getting ready here. I'm just going to cover this and cook for 10 minutes. This is almost done. If you see, the most of the water is reduced. Now I'm adding 1 tablespoon of chili powder. You can adjust it according to your taste, as I always say this. Chili powder and green chili is always your wish, how much you like to have in your dish. If you see, the bone is fully cooked with this stock, and it gives you very nice flavor, and it goes really well with some plain rice or chapati or even bread. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of garam masala and some fennel powder, half a teaspoon of fennel powder, and finish it off with some pepper powder. I'm adding around 1 teaspoon of pepper powder. To this, you can use a fresh coconut. I don't have fresh coconut, so I'm using desiccated coconut, 2 tablespoons. Just mix it once and cook for 1 minute, and then the nulli roast is ready to serve. Finish it off with some coriander leaves. Now I'm going to prepare the squid masala. It's so delicious squid masala. Don't miss it. Just try this recipe. You will definitely love it. I used only 1 teaspoon of oil. To this I'm adding half onion finely chopped and 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and some salt. Cook this masala in the oil for 2 to 3 minutes. I bought 250 grams of squid, the squid rings. Just add in the squid rings. The squid rings will cook really fast. It takes only 5 to 10 minutes the max. I'm adding half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Just mix it and cook for 2 to 3 minutes. It's a simple dish, but it tastes so delicious. If you just preparing this squid, just have some salad and you can have it this for your lunch or dinner. I'm going to prepare a masala for this dish. So I'm using 3 tablespoons of coconut and 1 tablespoon of peppercorns. Grind this into a coarse powder. Now the squid is almost cooked. Just transfer the masala that we ground, the coconut and pepper masala. Now the squid pepper roast is ready to serve. Just finish it off with some coriander leaves and transfer this into a container. It tastes really well. If you are following any diet, you can prepare this dish. Instead of adding oil, you can roast this with some butter as well. It tastes super delicious dish. Now I'm going to fry the fish. I marinated this fish yesterday itself. This fish, the silver whiting fish fry is tastes so good. On the side, I prepared the egg masala. I have not covered the full recipe because it's so simple recipe. So I will cover maybe in my future videos. The egg masala is almost done. I'm cooking the fish as well. The fish only takes like 5 to 6 minutes. 3 minutes on each side and the fish fry will also ready. Finish the egg masala with some coriander leaves. Fish fry also is ready to serve. Now I'm going to prepare prawn omelette. So I'm using prawn just finely chopped and 1 green chili finely chopped, and I'm adding some salt and half a teaspoon of pepper powder, and I'm using one egg here. You can even add some vegetables like onion, carrots also with this one. It tastes really delicious. Just mix it and pour this into a pan and make this into a omelette. So it will take only like 2 to 3 minutes to cook this omelette. It tastes so delicious. You can have this for your sandwich or as well. It gives you nice, you can enjoy this meal with your sandwich. Now I'm going to prepare garlic prawn. I'm using around 1 tablespoon of butter here. I'm using unsalted butter. To this add 5 cloves of garlic and 2 green chilies finely chopped. Roast this into the butter. It gives you nice aroma to this dish. It's only 5 minutes dish, but it tastes so delicious. As I said, the squid masala and this garlic prawn, you can cook this for your diet recipe. You can include this to your diet recipes because it tastes so good and also it's super healthy and it's tasty, healthy, nutritious. You can just add butter instead of oil. That's all you have to do. This is not contains of so many spices. It's only few items, but the end result is awesome. So I'm adding only like pepper powder and some chili flakes. You can skip chili flakes if you feel that is really hot, but this dish, believe me, it's so good. My kids enjoyed this garlic prawn. Try this recipe as well. I'm going to grill my chicken. I just turned on the grill option and it's going to cook for in 200-degree temperature. My daughter is helping me to do the skewers. She likes to help me, and I'm preparing mango lassi. Mango lassi is my husband's one of the favorite drink, so I'm preparing that. I'm using frozen mango, and my tandoori tikka and haryali tikka is ready as well. I already prepared rasam yesterday, and I prepared some orange with some soda. So this orange is from my garden. Let's start to serve. I'm serving in the banana leaf. The first dish that I served is the dessert, that is rasmalai. The second one is the orange juice. This is from my garden, and I made it with some soda. The third one is the kebab, tandoori kebab. The fourth one is haryali kebab. The fifth one is grilled chicken. Number 6 is squid roast, squid pepper fry. Number 7 is egg masala. Number 8 is nalli fry, that is lamb shank. Number 9 is garlic prawn. I actually forgot to serve my mutton chukka. I was really not happy. I was disappointed because I forgot to serve. I cooked, but I forgot to serve. Number 10 is chicken masala. Number 11 is prawn tokku. Number 12 is chicken liver fry, liver roast. Number 13 is crab masala. I'm serving the full crab here. Actually, I should have added my mutton chukka. I completely forgotten about it. And I'm adding in number 14, the fish fry. So the number 15 is mutton chukka. So I've already shared you the recipe. Number 16 is prawn omelette. Number 17 is chicken biryani. 18 is raita. So I added cucumber, carrot, onion, some tomatoes. Number 19 is white rice. White rice is mainly for fish curry. So number 20 is fish curry. 21 is mutton soup. 22 is rasam. If I added my mutton chukka, I'll be really happy, but it's a sometimes it happens. So I forgot to I forgot to serve in this dish. So 23 is buttermilk, 24 is yogurt rice, 25 veg salad, 26 is fruit salad, and 27 is my mutton chukka. So I is served.
Really?
Happy Father's Day!
Thank you guys, thank you. I thought you guys are inviting me for a lunch, but it looks like a feast. Okay? Alright. Oh, we got so many items here.
Come on, taste it.
I will try my best. My favorite fish. This one is good. Prawn is good. No prawn, is it?
Garlic prawn.
Garlic prawn is good. Dun, dun, dun. Squid is very good. Isn't a special omelette, huh?
Prawn omelette.
Huh?
Prawn omelette. Tanish போய் சாப்பிடு போ அந்த பக்கம் நின்னு. நீ கூட போ.
கொஞ்சம் salt Which one you want to try like? எது வேணும் நமக்கு? சாப்பிடு. என்னது கடாய் மசாலாவா? சிக்கன் மசாலா?
I'm having chili.
தண்ணி குடிடா.
லஸ்ஸி குடிடா. அதை தான் கேட்டேன். நீ அந்த ட்ரிங்க் தானே ராய்த்தியா கேட்ட நீ?
Thank you, Laitya.
என்னடா வந்துட்ட
Isn't that it?
சிக்கன் தந்தூரி சிக்கன் டிக்கா
Isn't that it?
அது ஹரியாலி சிக்கன் டிக்கா
Huh?
ஹரியாலி சிக்கன் டிக்கா
Not like it.
ஹரியாலினா கிரீன் கலர்ல இருக்கும்ல அது
So இதெல்லாம் பண்ணியாச்சு முட்டை I don't need to taste. I'll taste here. One more prawn.
ப்ரான் தொக்கு
There's a prawn here.
Wow, badam is more. Okay. What is this one?
லிவர்
Chicken liver. Oh. Mmm. So smooth. Yogurt is so good, like yeah. That's really
என்ன
good.
ட்ரை பண்ற தனிஷ்னி ஸ்வீட் சாப்பிடல யாருமே
Sweet.
It really soft one.
Is it chili?
I'll go to that. Okay? Yeah. Nama, Nanda. You think you're gonna eat the whole Nanda? Oh, you need a special skill on life, yeah?
I know.
You know what to eat.
We eat a lot of crab in India.
Oh, okay.
I ate like nearly a full crab.
We'll try that one finally, okay? Anyway, it's gonna be good. Another go. Squid the Danish.
Squid.
Indian style.
This is too yummy.
It's all good. What is this one? So soft. Try biryani.
I do not like that fish. You didn't eat the egg.
Yeah, biryani is good. Oh, thank you, Laitya.
நீ சாப்பிடல ஐத்தியா
Colombo fish is good. You know that? Colombo. Right. The Colombo.
Sweet.
சூப்ல இருந்தா நீ ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கணும் எத்த உடனே மீனுக்கு போயிட்டீங்க
Sweet. Sweet. Sweet.
Is it rasam, yeah?
Some sweet meat to eat in a seat.
I tried everything, right? Yeah.
Except that.
Okay.
Garlic.
என்னடா ஸ்வீட் எப்படி இருக்கு தனிஷ்
Pretty much I tried everything. The last half almost
எப்படி இருக்கு மீல்
meal surprise, super. It's a big surprise, Father's Day surprise.
Oh.
Mm.
Did you know this was gonna happen?
No.
Oh. I thought we saw. பண்ணுங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கூட ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க நாகேஸ்வரிஸ் கிச்சனுக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க மீண்டும் வேற ஒரு வீடியோல சந்திக்கலாம் பை ஹேப்பி ஃபாதர்ஸ்
சத்தமா சொல்லுங்க
ஹேப்பி ஃபாதர்ஸ்